lifeless. To those, the definition for what life is. Priceless to you because I put you on the hype. They like it. Righteous with your psychic among those possess you with one.
Ain't happy, I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. Ain't happy, I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on.
The essence, the basics, without it you make it. Allow me to make this childlike in nature. Rhythm, you have it or you don't, that's a fallacy, I'm in them. Every sprouting tree, every child of peace, every cloud and sea. You see with your eyes, I see destruction and demise. Corruption in the skies from this enterprise. Now I'm sucked into your lives through rust, so not as muscles, but percussion to provide for me as a guide. Y'all can see me now cause you don't see with your eye. You perceive with your mind, that's the end. So I'ma stick around with Russ and be a mentor. Bust a few rhymes, remember what the thought is. I brought all this so you can survive when law is lawless. Feeling sensations that you thought was dead. No squealing, remember that it's all in your head.
Ain't happy, I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. Ain't happy, I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on.
Up next, the Knicks taking on the Spurs. For the Knicks, they pride themselves on each and every step that leads to victory. The preparation, the focus, the sheer will. Each game a new opportunity to prove their identity. Spurs, Knicks is next. It's Friday night and live on 2K Sports. We're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sideline. And the starting group for the Spurs, Fox and Castle are their guards. Then there's Devin Vassell. Then it's Victor. Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie in at the power forward. And for the Knicks, Mikal Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. Glancing at the players on these rosters, Doris, we see some elite guards on both teams.
Absolutely, Kevin. And the nice thing is these guards are both playmakers and scorers, and the teams rely heavily on their productivity.
On the wing, Fox. Castle, no one around him. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
Now, that jump shot has been the biggest question mark for Castle, so it's good to see him shooting with confidence.
Bridges inside. Guarded by Fox. Pulls it from 20. Castle misses.
I'd go back to that shot again. That's a great look from the mid-range.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Fox.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
Here's Brunson.
and the fast hands from Fox on defense. He never lets up on the pressure. Really makes you work for the shot.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Mark Eaton.
High percentage look. You can't ask for much more than that.
For New York, they've gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. Hart craps in the tray.
Yeah, Josh Hart starting to show people, I can knock down a three-point shot. You better guard me.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. I wanted to know what his defensive scheme was against De'Aaron Fox, and he told me we need to limit transition opportunities because that's when he's really dangerous. Speed is one of his biggest strengths, so we need to slow the game down to our pace. Let's see if they're able to accomplish it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks.
Boy, how about that conversion by Jalen Brunson? This has become a staple of his game.
The Knicks shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
If we look back at when things began to shift for the Knicks, Doris, had started with Jalen Brunson.
Well, I think certainly, Kevin, he is exactly the kind of leader you would want. Is he highly skilled? Of course he is. But he's about the work every day, and he sets the tone for his team.
Fox, no good. Knicks trail by 4. Anunoby passes to Bridges. Anunoby with it. And it's Vassell picking him up. Towns kicks to Anunoby. New York moving the ball around. Hart, that's good. Hart's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Knicks.
That's just Josh Hart getting to his spot, being shot ready. Nicely done.
Right block shot, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. New York's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. They now take the lead. Brunson's got 5 points so far.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And he's not the biggest guy, but Vassell can get up there when he needs to.
And the shot goes in. 7 points in the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. For the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Clarkson in for Mikal Bridges. Barnes is checked in for the Spurs. Harper comes in for Castle. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They trail by 1. The kick out to Harper from outside the arc. The Knicks pull it in. To the middle. Towns, the pass to Robinson. Out to Brunson. And he lays it straight in.
And you see the aggressiveness and the absolute refusal to be intimidated inside. Jalen Brunson, a big-time finish.
Fox. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And Doris, you see the talent on this Knicks team, but there's always been questions about the intangibles they possess.
What's fascinating, Kevin, is this team built slowly and methodically and with great patience. And then they took a couple of big swings. It doesn't result in a championship, and now you evaluate everything.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
Here's Brunson. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Fox, no good. Knicks on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. And it's Clarkson that time on the assist by Hart.
Well, Jordan Clarkson, a nice, efficient look there. Boy, that'll help your percentages.
To the left wing, Champagnie passes to Harper. Here's Champagnie. And he jams it with authority.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
1 second separating the shot clock in game 4. Here's Fox. It's rebounded by New York.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And he just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And here's Johnson outside. And so it's the New York Knicks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Castle is in at shooting guard with Johnson at the small forward. Luke Cornett is out there with Barnes. And it's Harper in at the 1 spot. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Knicks are able to play 5 out. And Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot, guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball and being unselfish. The court is wide open. Guys, back to you.
Tons of spacing. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Here's Castle following the score by New York. Going inside. Johnson from outside. Good on the three-point shot.
When Johnson's feeling it from range, he can be lethal.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. So New York ends up going with the new group. And San Antonio also making a switch. Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. Here's Brunson. It's deflected.
Great length as a guard. Harper's wingspan snuck up on the shooter.
And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
Here's Harper. After New York gets the three, pass to Cornett. Castle against Bridges. Back to Castle. And Bridges with the block.
Such a strong defensive player. Bridges understands I've got size and quickness. The rejection, yes, sir.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And the Knicks with possession here. Following the three-pointer by San Antonio.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. De'Aaron Fox is checked in for the Spurs.
And let's give it up to your Knicks Knicks crew.
And San Antonio has possession. Vassell outside. Rips it home after the terrific move.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Here's Fox. After New York gets the three, it's up a three. They grab their own miss. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, right to the rim. If there's a size advantage, you attack immediately.
And here's Brunson outside. And again, it's a New York 3.
We call that, folks, the stop and pop. Jalen Brunson with the pull-up J.
The wide open look here for Fox. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Brunson carving out space inside.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And that's one of Fox's strengths, trying to involve his teammates first. A really good passer who wants to play for his guys.
The Knicks leading by 13. Here's Brunson. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Brunson's got 7 points here in this quarter. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. The Spurs are ecstatic to welcome back their superstar big man, Victor Wembanyama. He actually spent 10 days this summer training with monks in China, and he continues to embrace unorthodox training methods. Guys, perhaps appropriate given his unusual stature.
He's got that curiosity. All right, Shams, thanks for the update.
He's just able to score from anywhere on the floor, but Barnes loves that high percentage area.
Brunson from way outside. Off target from three-point range. Spurs trail by 16. Here's Castle. No good from outside.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. And New York making a change here. Robinson's checked in. The Spurs have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Fox with it. Robinson picks him up. A 3 from Wembanyama. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Fox has got 3 assists tonight. And here's Brunson outside. Good on the triple. Brunson's got 26.
This guy won't give an inch. Brunson answers back with a... 3 of his own. You've got to love it.
For 3, Vassell. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. Brunson kicks to Anunoby. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
The offensive rebound. Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Yeah, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
From the arc. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Brunson. 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Now into the lineup for New York.
Pass to Champagny. And the 3 off target. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Bridges for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Bridges has got 5 points in the quarter. Brunson has been on display for New York. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Carl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it or even increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
Consistency is a beautiful thing. Thanks, Carl.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Josh Hart out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for New York right now. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals, and he said, I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position. Back to you guys.
Very confident. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. And the Knicks, Doris, making some aggressive moves in recent years, loading up for a title run, and they came close.
And Kevin, this after years of patience and methodical building. You give away 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges, and of course you give away Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo to get Karl Anthony Towns. They haven't quite reached the summit. Will they?
Free throw good, Fox. And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. He gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
And great with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award. The Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
And the Knicks miss again. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And that one, good. And it's 9 points for De'Aaron Fox.
Just great awareness. You know, you spot the man on the perimeter, you set him up with a great look.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now here's Brunson. 26 points for him. Lays it up off the glass. Brunson's got 28.
Jalen Brunson right now attacking without hesitation. His foot is on the gas pedal.
After Champagny. Outside for Wembanyama. Vassell wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Brunson lays it up and banks it in. Brunson's got 30.
Well, this is the very definition of Jalen Brunson's game. His ability to get past defenders and create for himself or his teammates. That is nicely done.
Inside. And Fox gets it to go.
Boy, this is how you move the ball effectively. They're not just passing it around the horn. They are passing with a purpose.
Here's Brunson to the inside. Fox with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio.
Yeah, Fox is a dependable defender, always active, and he's really smart in terms of his anticipation and using those hands to come up with steals.
New York leading by 19 points. Here's Brunson. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Stolen by Brunson. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Anunoby. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Castle. Again, the Spurs good for 2. And back in the day, guys like Bird and Magic competed for championships as rookies. But Doris, we haven't seen that in a while.
Kev, you have to remember, Larry Bird was drafted in unique circumstances. He was drafted a full year before he left college. And for both Larry and Magic, they joined talented veteran teams. That would be like the Celtics or Warriors drafting Wemby. It would be the exact same story.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Barnes is checked in. Spurs trail by 16. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Champagnie, defended by Hart. 6 to shoot. Pulls it from 20, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Wembanyama's got his 3rd basket of the night. Brunson outside. Brunson draws the double. Towns kicks to Bridges. He's looking for Wembanyama. And finds him. A pass to Fox. Launches a 3. He doesn't hit that one. The Knicks leading by 14. Now Towns. Defended by Wembanyama. Runs in the pass to Bridges. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. And it's good for 2. Fox has got 8 here in the quarter.
And you have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open floor.
Barnes dishes to Fox. The 3. And Harrison Barnes gets the 3. Barnes has got it back down to single digits for the Spurs. 50 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Brunson with it. And now by Barnes. They need this one. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Fox. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Fox has got 16.
Yeah, when Fox gets into a rhythm, he is tough, having himself a night.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. The Spurs making a switch here. .27 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Right wing. Here's Kolek. New York missing again. Spurs trail by 6. Fox goes in.
And one of the quickest players in basketball. Love watching Fox use that momentum to his advantage on the drive.
And that one's good. Kolek
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
That shot off. And so it's New York with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter, Vassell pairs with Barnes to make up the forward pair. De'Aaron Fox out there with Harper, and it's Olynyk in at center. Here's Towns, drops in the layup for two. Towns has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Knicks.
I'll say this, nice play by Towns. This guy can get it done. Back to the basket or facing up, doesn't matter.
And here's Harper from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Outside for Robinson. Back to Alvarado. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for New York.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, happy.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Jalen Brunson is checked in for Jose Alvarado. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, we're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall. Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. And a hard-nosed defensive identity for this Knicks. But, GA, there's been some slippage.
Well, the challenge has been their two best offensive players get targeted at the other end. The adage, you're only as strong as your weakest link, it has some truth to it. A solid three-point shooter. Harper's looking to upgrade that part of his game.
Here's Brunson barreling in. That one good for two. Brunson's got 32 points in the game.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two. Boy, you allow a shooter of his caliber to get that good a look, and good night.
Here's Brunson. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox.
You'd rather see him dunk that. Impose your will if you can.
So they take the lead. And the Spurs lead by 2.
Yeah, Vassell looking comfortable and confident from the corner.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Clarkson outside, takes the three, and it's Anunoby. That time on the assist from Clarkson. 9 points for OG Anunoby. San Antonio's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Vassell, no good. For New York, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Good! Brunson gets through the contact.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Robinson against Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And yeah, it's good.
Jalen Brunson wants the ball in these moments, and there he shows you why. Big-time shot.
Fox fires. And the 3 misses.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open, and yet somehow comes away empty.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Spurs. Here is Wembanyama. Wembanyama with that soft touch around the rim.
And how about the young fella, Wembanyama, with a big-time bucket.
Brunson. Ah, it's good!
You know, his selectiveness is worth mentioning here. This guy is not forcing shots, and yet he is cooking.
Oh, Wembanyama! Too easy.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Brunson. Oh, and he feathers one right through. What touch!
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Fox against Brunson. No one near him. Got it to go.
If Fox gets cut off from inside, he has options. That mid-range is a big part of his repertoire.
Brunson goes in. Ooh, the quick Jalen Brunson.
Boy, that's exactly the look you're working toward. Right at the rim.
1:33 left in the game. Robinson there for the rebound. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Huge turnover. It's really the worst possible time. You have to value every possession, especially at this stage of the game.
A different look for New York. Hard, he's checked in for Robinson, and it's Bridges in for Clarkson. Wembanyama. Oh, what a play inside.
And a monster game for Wemby. With the matchup issues he creates, I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Count it!
You want the ball to find its way into Brunson's hands in these big-time moments. He relishes the opportunity.
But Bridges with the rebound. New York leading by 3. Towns buries the deep ball.
This is the value of having those stretched bigs. Very hard to contest that jumper.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Brunson fires. Off target from outside. Vassell with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. Towns with the rebound.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Jalen Brunson. Jumper is off.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach.
No, that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Guys, your thoughts?
And you just have to avoid silly fouls here, guys. Defend with caution, maybe get ready to make some free throws. If they can do that, they'll be looking really good here.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Castle. Cleared away by Hart.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Second team. Jalen Hudson. Line,
the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
He's off from three. Puts up the three. Trained from outside. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you.
Say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
TGIF, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. We're bringing it to you live. I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. Looking at the starting five for Boston. Tatum at the... with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. And it's Hauser in at the 3. And for the Thunder, two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. What a great front court matchup we have tonight, Legs. Do those battles look a little different from when you played?
Well, certainly there's less wrestling going on down on the block. More of these post players now want to step out and face up. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm a fan of either style.
A lot of space on the floor, that's for sure.
There's no doubt much more difficult to defend these post players with all this versatility.
Coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
And that begins what should be a terrific battle between these teams.
Now here's Tatum, down low. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. SGA with it. He's guarded by White. The putback. Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
Here's Queta, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. White for three, knocks it down from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball, now guarded by White. He's got a clear path. Holmgren with the block.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this. Just a big man playing big. No way to stop it.
Boston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Back to Brown. Oh, and a dunk by Brown.
You can tell Brown is having fun. What a phenomenal dunk artist he is.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Tim, when you talk about Isaiah Hartenstein, how impressive has his development been?
He's a former second-round pick, BA, and he wasn't really a key rotation player in this league until year 4. But now he's become invaluable as a dirty work big man.
Williams passes to Dort. Oh, deflected. Brown with the steal. And he drives in. And he hammers it down right in the face of Jalen Williams.
There's the attacking, aggressive style that Brown brings onto the floor. Give him a lane to the hoop, and he'll take it.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. And here's SGA outside. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Celtics lead by 7. Here's White. Holmgren with the block.
He times his blocks almost perfectly. Holmgren stands his ground and forces the shooter to commit first.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Lets it go from deep. And White, the bucket on the assist from Brown. White's got 6 points.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Dort outside. Here's SGA. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That one on White. Well, Legs, the last few years, big men have been owning the MVP discussion. Now, enter SGA.
Yeah, and BA, this is the scariest part. SGA has room to grow. The guy is still in his mid-20s and is arguably the best player in the game.
And, Tim, to have the success that SGA has had, is there something different to his approach?
Well, BA, I just think he's so shifty, so quick in changing directions, and he can decelerate once he gets into the paint. That change of pace makes it very difficult to stop, and it's the reason he's the perennial league leader in drives to the rim.
Shout out Canada, too, eh?
Of the North.
Just 2 to shoot. There's Tatum with the 3. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. A different look for Oklahoma City. Wiggins, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. And it's Wallace in for Dort. Boston also changing it up. Walsh comes in for Tatum. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for Hauser. Tipped away. Pritchard with it. Watched by Wallace. Pass to Walsh. Lots of room. And he buries his first look. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition. Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. And out of bounds, Boston will have it. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Mark Dagnall gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Brian, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pritchard against SGA. To the inside. Here's Vucevic. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Getting points inside is no problem for Vucevic. He consistently finds these openings.
And he's headed to the line for two. He gets the whistle there. Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
First free throw is good. And Grant, the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
Here's what Oklahoma City's going with right now. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. And Isaiah Joe subbed in for Jalen Williams. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, B.A. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028. Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
To the middle. Here's Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
And so much power out of Tatum. Look at the elevation.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
This will be his third trip to the free throw line.
13 foul. At the line for your Thunder.
And he makes a first.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
A nice shot by Tatum. Tatum's got his second bucket on the night.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Well, that's an excellent contest, and then he finished the play with a tough rebound.
Boston shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Shooting for Boston. Peyton Pritchard.
One shot.
One shot.
Free throw is off from Pritchard.
Number 25, A.J. Mitchell.
Five ticks left in the first. Oh, a deep three from Tatum. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Boston closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
It's reflected in their assist totals. This is a great start offensively.
Cason Wallace out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then there's Mitchell. Then it's Jalen Williams. And it's Joe in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going in the second. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. City making a switch here. SGA's checked in. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thank you very much for the report, Shams. That one drops for him.
And watch how Tatum navigates the contact. Just one of the many go-to moves for him in the paint.
Ooh, Shea showing no fear inside. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Shireman. And here's Vucevic. To the paint. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
Now here's Joe. Yet to see a basket. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And SGA throws it down.
Yeah, a defense has to be very aware of Gilgeous-Alexander's attack mindset. He wants to get to the rim and do maximum damage.
Tatum with it. Watched by Wallace. Tatum inside. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Oklahoma City, Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. And it's Lou Dort in for Joe. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Shireman. Here's White. He has 6. 11 feet out. Got a hand on it. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The Thunder are a powerhouse without possessing a bunch of big-name stars. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said the front office does a good job of picking players to be a part of the organization. And Coach Mark Daigneault said our job as a team is for the whole to be better than the sum of the parts. Back over to you, Brian.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Hauser, he's checked in for Boston. And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Oklahoma City on D. They trail by 7. Back to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Pritchard from outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
Now here's White. Ooh, here's White on the drive. And he jams it home with authority.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. Excellent D there from Hauser. And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for Boston. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. And here's Brown for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, they have just found the better looks, and they are capitalizing.
All it takes is a sliver of daylight, and Gilgeous-Alexander will exploit it.
Outside Pritchard, there's the 3. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Pritchard's got 6 points.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Sam Hauser.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And Legs is someone who has seen some of the great perimeter defenders over the years. Who's the best you've ever seen?
Well, the best defense, Brian, I ever played against were those mid-90s Bulls teams when you had to go up against Jordan and Pippen on either wing. And then more modern-day players like Drew Holiday, even a guy like Tony Allen when he was in Memphis. They stand out to me as well.
First team all defense, Tony Allen.
Year in, year out, a nightmare to go up against.
And SGA throws it down.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Queta, pass to Brown. No good from outside. Thunder trail by 12. SGA with it. Pritchard picks him up. Oh, SGA finishing the drive.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning because once he does, he makes you pay.
Outside Pritchard, the 3 is up. Drills it from deep. Pritchard's got 9 points in the quarter.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hauser grabs the board. Celtics lead by 13. Kick out to Brown. No good with the triple. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. And Gilgeous. Alexander missing.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
And stolen by Hartenstein. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Offensive rebound. Holmgren with a big reach.
And this is what Coach wants to see from Holmgren. Outworking the defense to get a second chance look.
Boston has gone 4 of 7 from 3 during the second quarter. Brown inside, working on Williams. Boston again missing. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Brown. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Peyton Pritchard making the highlights for Boston. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the...
Gets his down! Nice! And that's creativity. Gilgeous-Alexander continues to amaze.
Here's Keita. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. SGA passes to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander against White. And it's SGA missing. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Sam Heiser, shooting one.
Free throw, no good. Wallace, he's checked in for SGA. So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Boston leading by 11. Outside Tatum. Inside. The kick out to White. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hauser. Off target from three-point range.
And all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
And that one's good. Holmgren.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Tatum can't hit. For Oklahoma City, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. SGA looking around. Here's Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. Fires from deep. They get it back. Hartenstein. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. White, the pass to Tatum. And now around 2 minutes going by in this half. To the middle. Here's Keita. Boom! He jams it straight down.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Chet Holmgren talked about how he succeeds in spite of his slender frame. He said you can't be afraid of contact. I'll continue to use my strengths out there, my length, being slippery, playing hard, and try to get better at my weaknesses too throughout my career. That will leave me in a good spot. Back over to you.
The sky is the limit for him. All right, Allie, thank you. Williams passes to Dort. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander buries it from 3. SGA's got 5 points in the quarter.
An example of the unique leadership of Gilgeous-Alexander, getting the 3 points right back for them.
And it's Tatum missing.
It's just not his night from the 3. But this is exactly why you can't live and die by that shot.
Drains the triple.
Outside, inside, in between. It doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
Pass to Keita. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got his 6th rebound on the night. Williams on the wing. All Hartenstein passes to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And another three for Oklahoma City.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
And at the right time, they could have let this game get away from them, but they never stopped believing.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Wallace is checked in. And the Celtics also making a change. Vucevic is checked in. White for three. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That'll be a second foul of the game. Mitchell's checked in for Hartenstein. Pritchard's checked in for Boston.
Substitution on the floor.
Oklahoma City on D. 7-point differential. Tatum a screen on Mitchell. Pritchard from outside. Again, the miss by Boston. Oklahoma City has gotten 4 threes to fall out of 5 attempts here in the third. Gets the three to fall.
The execution has been better lately. But do they have enough energy to pull it off?
In a tight game like this, you really have to take it one possession at a time. Focus on limiting mistakes.
I mean, he'll just come right back at you. Brown with all the confidence that he can do it better.
There's the triple. Oh, the Thunder, another three.
And another one from distance. He's hot, and they keep feeding him.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
And something else I've liked has been their ball movement. Always finding the open guy with a better look. That is team basketball.
Free throw good. Brown.
What makes Brown special is his blend of smarts and effort level. Not just an intelligent player, he also gives you a phenomenal amount of energy out there.
Here's what Oklahoma City's going with. Right now, Williams is checked in for Holmgren. Wiggins comes in for Williams. And Joe subbed in for Dort. Boston also changing it up. Walsh comes in for Tatum. Shireman comes in for White. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Wallace outside. Here's Joe. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Yeah, there was a lack of intensity in the first half, but these teams have now turned it up.
Well, the margin for error is getting smaller, so the stakes on each possession are getting bigger.
Wallace outside. Fires the three. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. And it's now only a 1-point Boston lead.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a three of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Sinks the tray.
They fought so hard to get themselves in a position to win this game.
Well, they've shown great determination, and that speaks to the overall character of this team.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
At the line to the Celtics, Jaylen Brown, 2 shots.
First one falls. And he makes both free throws. Joe. And at the buzzer! Count it!
Just textbook. Kept his cool and waited for his shot.
That's just great awareness. One eye on the clock, one eye on the hoop.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure packed. Basketball. We've got Mitchell, Aaron Wiggins out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Isaiah Joe, and it's Williams in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Oklahoma City. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Pritchard. Count the basket.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
He is in attack mode every time up the floor, every single night.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
These guys have incredible stamina based on how they've been running the floor, using speedy transition play to get fast break points.
And I'd say offensive rebounding has also been a big factor as well. And not just getting the boards, but more importantly, converting those into second chance points.
Pritchard gets it to go.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
Boston trailing. Pass to Tatum. Looking to get it going. And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
What a move by Tatum. When he's pulling these off, he's impossible to defend.
SGA working through contact inside.
Wow, what a smart play. He recognizes the smaller defender on him and takes it right to the rim.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston.
Jaylen Brown.
And Brown has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Oh, and a dunk by Brown.
Yeah, taking over this one in effortless fashion. When Brown is cooking like this, keep working the ball to him.
Gilgeous-Alexander powers his way to the rim. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
Here's Shireman. Watched by Wallace. And here's Brown for three. Sends it home from three-point land. Brown's got 12 points in just the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander against Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Gilgeous out. Alexander sinks a big one.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
For Boston, they've gotten off to a perfect 5 for 5 so far in the fourth. Pass to Tatum. Here's Vucevic. Right side Pritchard. Fires the three. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his fourth rebound in this one. Tatum against SGA. Outside, Williams. Wallace, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Pritchard. Here's a pass to Tatum. Oh! Tatum taking flight.
When this team needs a bucket, it naturally looks for Jason Tatum, and he typically comes through.
Gilgeous-Alexander attacking. Oh, he jams it right back at him.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Williams. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Wallace. And it's Dort in for Joe. Boston also changing it up. Cadis checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Hauser comes in for Shireman. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. White outside. Hauser with it. Working on Williams. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Hartenstein in the post. And he slams. It down.
I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 8 in this fourth quarter. Tatum! And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. The Thunder have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth.
I don't mind them. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a lead. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
They're ahead for now, but that miss could come back to bite them.
And SGA has got the ball here for OKC. Cleared away by White. Here's a pass to Tatum. Ooh, what a play. Just palms the block.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Third personal foul. 13 foul.
Take a break. Two shots.
Good on the first, and that'll put him up 2. Cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And right about now, at this point in the game, there can be a massive difference between a 2- and 3-point advantage.
Well, controlling your heart rate in big moments like this is something that coaches talk about, and this guy can do it.
Yes, sir! Count it! No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big.
Tatum fires! He's off from 3.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
The steal! Hauser with it, and it's Dort picking him up.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
SGA against White.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss. Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half. Defensive rebounding is so important, and he fought for that one.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet. And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out. So the first one drops. And that'll put him up 2. He hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game.
And does the pressure affect you? Nope, not that time. Not for players who practice these moments. Well executed.
And these are the shots this team wants Dort taking. He understands his role in this offense.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Holmgren against Tatum. Shoots a 3. No good from 3. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Here we go. Two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Lugens-Dort out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Williams in at the 3 spot. Holmgren there for the rebound. On the wing, Williams. No good.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Tatum. Oh, it's off. Oklahoma City shooting has been excellent so far, around 56%. Tim, growing up in the D.C. area, at what point did you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
Well, B.A., the first team I loved were the Washington Bullets in the late 70s with Elvin Hayes. They won that one championship in Washington, but Larry Bird coming into the league in 1980 really changed everything for me. That's when I truly fell in love with the sport, emulating a guy like that.
Greatest player from the DMV?
Oh, I guess I'd have to say Kevin Durant, certainly.
And Tim Leckler.
Better answer.
Williams rips down the board. Dort against Brown. Here's Holmgren. Now Hartenstein. Outside Williams. Tries from 19. Ooh, rise and fire.
And I like when Williams works in these mid-range areas. I mean, such an impressive score.
And it's Tatum with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Puts up the tray. Ooh, the shot is off.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too. I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, I've seen some crazy things, and that is right up there.
Oh, it doesn't go. Boston trailing. From deep, Tatum rips the 3.
Well, Tatum has such a natural talent for shooting. Pulling up on a dime is no problem for him.
Outside, Williams. Can't get the 3. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Dort against Brown.
Tenacious stuff from Dort. I mean, he knows the situation and is dead set on getting them a bucket.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. How do you think this is going to play out?
And there's enough time on the clock to go for a 2-for-1.
Tatum against Holmgren. Beyond the arc. Williams rips down the board.
He looks fatigued here in OT. Just not able to get it together.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. And they got called for a 5-second violation.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
So it's Boston now. They trail by 1. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. There is a lot on the line. And he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
I am really curious to see what he's got in store here.
Clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Outside Brown. Jason Tatum, and he nails it.
And this guy is made for these moments. Tatum the big-time shot.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
A chance to tie it up here.
Well, there's no room for error here. They need to draw up something that they can execute quickly.
Now Williams. Here's Hartenstein. Now pass to Williams. Ooh, he leaves no question.
I'm not sure why they aren't going to him more. He's scoring the ball so well.
Oh, the officials are calling a technical foul here. You don't see this too often, but they tried to call for a timeout when they had none left.
Oh, man, big error right there. Number of remaining timeouts is something you communicate to your players.
We don't see it that often, but with all that's going on, the timeout situation must have slipped his mind. Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. And we'll return shortly. And with another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride on the line now. Here we go. Brown scanning the floor. Shakes him. Cleared away by Hartenstein. And here's Dort. 11-footer is good.
You know, Dort doesn't show a lot of love to the mid-range, but he's smart to not completely overlook it.
Outside Tatum. Hangs and hits the leader from outside.
He leaned into that shot. No one there to affect him.
And Williams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Ooh, it misses. Boston on offense. Tatum. Oh, the long ball, no good. The Thunder shooting has been excellent so far, around 56%. Williams outside. Another chance, and it's in there.
Don't judge Holmgren by his size. He does have a passing skill set, finding shooters and getting them the ball.
Tatum fires 20 feet away and no problem.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth. And as you can see, that shot is well within his wheelhouse.
Are outside. That one's in there.
Oh, how about the pass here from Tatum? Great at involving his teammates.
Hauser's got 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. It's gone. What a J.
Williams is like a vibe. I mean, this guy gets it. He knows they need points there, and he takes it upon himself to deliver.
Jason Tatum. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go.
He came out aggressive in overtime with little to show for it.
Brown pulls down the board. Boston trailing. The crossover. Ooh, it doesn't go. Holmgren inside. He's guarded by White. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys.
scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
Williams. Oh, he dropped in a sweet J.
It took a lot of confidence to take that shot.
Now here's Tatum. Misses the three.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Important possession here.
Yeah, we'll see how they execute under pressure.
And an intentional foul right there.
Shooting two.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game. 23 seconds left to play in the second OT period. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a 3 here and then count on them to miss free throws.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. White outside. Fires the 3. Holmgren there for the rebound. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. That'll be a 5-second call.
The whole arena knows they need a 3 to force another overtime.
The triple drop. Outside. It's good. And so the big win by Oklahoma City in a tight game. Double overtime games are so grueling.